Okay, I'm back. Hello. Sunday the what is it? Is it 14th or 15th? It's the 15th of October. Good God Almighty! Even though there's hardly anything going on, the days just fly. It seems like just time is just liquid. How y'all doing? How am I doing? Cheers. Probably gonna do a bit of just babbling because that's where I'm at. I just kind of did was like not feeling like um, doing videos, trying to direct attention to my music. So I'll share some records, but let me share some thoughts. Okay, um, I do notice when I make the music videos that the view count is half to less than what it is when I talk. So it's really apparent that there is not as much interest in my music, or appears to be less interest in my music as it is folks wanting to check in and see what I'm saying. It actually caused me to have a lot of thoughts last night as I was going to bed about that. Partially because I did go to Grapefruit yesterday, and because they had a used record I wanted to get. But also last night they hosted a show. The record store has been hosting shows every about once a month, twice. And last night, Rosalie, who David Nance has been out on the road with, off and on for a couple of years now, they played in the store last night. And when I was in the store in the daytime, I said I would think about coming back. I didn't. Because for me, the fact of the matter is that I am kind of over going to shows. I've been to so many, and when it gets cool, it's cool here now. I actually had to turn my heat on for a second to get the rest of the house to not be so cold. I don't want to go anywhere. And honestly, I'm at the point where I don't really want to go to shows. I want to play. I'll go to play. But I hate bars and I don't drink, so I don't enjoy hanging out in the bar. So, anyway, the other thing that I had to, I was talking to Simon Joyner about this, at the shop, and he has been out on the road multiple times this year, and he's getting ready to go out again. And he said it really point blank, if you want the results, you got to put in the work. And I do know this. I don't want to promote like that anymore. I want to stay at home. The just the way the world feels to me. I want to stay at home where it's seemingly safe. And I know that's just me because there's a lot of my friends and family are traveling all the time. Brian Day, who I made this CD with, I'm going to keep. This is my main outlet to get your attention. If you don't have this, Brian Day, the instrument maker and museum curator out in San Francisco, we did this collaboration. He just come back from a world tour. He's been all over the world, literally, this year, doing shows and workshops. So I know it's just me, and I accept that. The other thing I want to say is I do know that my initial inspiration for making music and records is very selfish. For me, it's not trying to be, yeah, no, it's been about self fulfillment. Pardon me. Sorry about that. It's about self-fulfillment, What is this mess? Sorry. Should I start the video again? No, just there it is. So anyway, enough of that. So I am working on a new piece. It's all voices. Let me see. I have to use a different sound card when I go into my studio. Let me see if it will allow me to do the video and have sound. Yeah, there it is. Oh, what's the deal here? Oh, okay. So there's that. I just started that particular beat there. But this other thing that I'm messing with is sampling. So let me just, I do a lot of work with this, keyboard, MIDI.
This place. Keep your eyes closed.
By the liars.
And press it on.
The directing power of my mind.
So that particular palette of voices and sound blips.
This place.
More Mother, Robin, Stranglers, Empress Sativa,
The directing power of my mind.
I had a lot to say.
Bahamadia. I love Bahamadia. I don't see her records, that's why I don't have any now. She's a rap artist that I love. I love her voice and I love her since she's fucking smart. So anyway, that little bit that sorry folks. Okay. What is this? Okay, people send me messages and stuff. Russell, if you see this, I'm not going to respond to the email. Please don't take it personally. You really don't understand how often I'm getting this from people. Have you heard this? Have you heard this? You listen to this, listen to this. Out of the woodwork. And it's like, I know people mean well, but it's annoying. It is. So that was a good track. Thank you. Watch, I'll get more now since I said it annoys me. That's what happens. People are weird. Okay, so what did I buy? And what have I been listening to? Well, what I've been listening to, I've put away. So I do have these new items in my collection to share with you. And I have a brand new record actually because I went to Homer's yesterday. If anything, maybe those are my monthly trips. Try to make if I could keep it down to once a month so I could, anyway, I'm just babbling. I bought a new record, a new release. It came out on Friday. I found out about this woman a few years ago through looking at videos. I'm always through music blogs, checking out the new releases and how people make visualizers and videos and just upload songs. So I became aware of Lorraine, Lorraine, a few years ago. Caught my attention right away. Suck Teeth, I think, is the name of the song on the video, and it's like, what is this? Finally, I come across an album by her. This is a new album. It just came out Friday. But thankfully, for some reason, she seems to be on the radar of the mainstream, and Homer's got in a copy. One copy. I got it. I'm so glad they got it. I Killed Your Dog is the name of this album. and apparently it's in reference to a dream she had. This woman is badass. I've been listening to this almost like the slow dive. The slow dive is done. I was obsessed with that, and it's my album of the year. This is probably my album of the year number 2. This is badass, and look at this beautiful color. It was lit. They on the promo. You know how the little sticker on it, ox blood. Oh, I see is purple. Beautiful. This is really good. I've played it several times. There's a dreamy quality about it. It's more complex than slow dive, but it's got that essence rare where it's its own world. And she is obviously a learned musician. She's using these scales of this mode. It's bewitching. This is killer. Lorraine, I Killed Your Dog. This is a brand new album. Just came out Friday. This woman is badass. Very impressed by that. Love it. I mean, I really like it. And would like to encourage folks. That's my kind of artist. Lorraine is the kind of artist I would like to promote to the mainstream masses. You know, it's like, raise your bar, raise your game. You know, listen more deeply. Damn, this is good. And should have filmed it before I started the video anyway. What else did I get? I got another new release. The Orb with David Gilmour from Pink Floyd. Metallic Spheres in Color. So apparently this is a... something came out a year or so ago, David Gilmour and the Orb. I never saw a copy of it in Omaha. I probably would have grabbed it, but I never saw one. This is nice. It has a poster. I like the graphics. I really like this. I like the matching of David Gilmour's playing with the Orb. I love their sound work. But the thing about the Orb that is important is that they know about grooves and about beats. When they drop the beats, because you know they started out with the chill out music at raves when people were coming down, what you listen to in the morning when you just completely spaced out. The beats are fat, and there's a lot of reggae and dub in their production. That's real good. I've listened to that a couple times already. Just chilling out this weekend. We're not working on my, like I said, that sound palette I just showed, that's been working on that for 3 months now. No. Yeah. I started in August. I started working on it in August. And I just completed one set of a complete, however many, I forget how many keys you have on this keyboard. But that's full. So I'll do a second stack so I can put them together. The David Gilmour, real cool. Did I get anything else? Yes, I did. At Homer's, there was another new release, but it's an old album that's just been reissued. And this definitely has my name on it, even though I hadn't heard it. Music to Freak Your Friends and Break Your Lease by Heins Hoffman-Richter. Symphony for Tape Delay, IBM Instruction. This is good. That this came out in the 70s, something like 74 or so. Yeah, 1974. Produced by Rod McEwen, the poet. I've actually got another one of his Exploito albums about psychedelia. This is good. It's like, it could be contemporary. I haven't read all the... I actually thought to myself, I'm going to get up and read this and find out about this guy. I didn't get up, do it in time to talk to you about it, but this is good. And there's different versions. Apparently there's a glow in the dark. I don't care about that. But this is the one that they had, so I didn't even know it was going to be color vinyl. The still from the Is it The Bride of Frankenstein? Is that what this is from? I think so. This is good electronic music. It's actually, I found this a little more substantial than some of that bloopy bleepy stuff that you get on those old records from universities. This is good. It's actually good. So the title is like, that's one way to get your attention, but it ain't true. Not true. Not to me anyway. That's what I got. Oh, okay, so then to be completely transparent, at Homer's, they rearranged recently and have folded all of their used albums into the main section except for the super cheapos. And I usually don't look at the super cheapos, but I went ahead this time, and this is what was left over of its slight interest to me. I used to have this album, then I got rid of it, but they only wanted $2 for it, and I got it again. And in getting it, Sweet Thursday, the songwriting on this is mediocre. These guys were good players. Nicky Hopkins, the piano player who's played with everyone, very famously with the Rolling Stones. His rolling piano style is all over this. John Mark of Mark Allman is on this, and Alan Davies, who was with Cat Stevens. So it was like a minor supergroup, the idea behind it. But the songs, there's only a couple good songs. Like the first one, Dealer, is a good one. There's a couple songs in here where the words are just totally cringeworthy. It's like, these words suck. This sucks. These are stupid words. And the music is just okay. But it's one of those old albums, and it was like, I used to have that. I'll grab it again for $2. Okay. So then what got me to go to Grapefruit yesterday, and of course once they get me there, I'm not getting out of there with less than spending $100. It could easily be $1,000. I could easily spend $1,000 per trip at a store like Grapefruit. Matter of fact, the one time I got to do that was it 2007 or 8 when I went out to LA to see the Yellow Magic Orchestra do the first concert in 30 years. It was for Japan Relief. I got ready for that trip, and I spent $1,000 at Amoeba. In 2 days, I spent $1,000. I thought that was fun, and that's the only time I've been able to do that. Sure was fun. So this is what they got in. It's not an original. But it's the cover. I have the album on a Harvest Twofer, SF Sorrow, by the Pretty Things. This is a classic English rock album. They talk about this being the album that inspired The Who's Tommy. I can definitely see that, and I think this is better personally. I like it better. And the way it starts, that guitar figure, I can totally see Pete Townsend hearing that back in the day when it happened, saying, wait a minute, I'm supposed to be writing that. This album is killer. Balloon Burning is one of the tracks on here that I really like. I mean, this is a classic album of rock. I find myself saying English. It's a compliment, This is a great, great album. And so when I saw that, I rushed down because I thought to myself, that's the sort of thing that I'm not going to be the only one that wants that. So when I saw their update on Instagram, I got in the car immediately and went down and bought and got this because it was at the beginning of the day. They uploaded the video just before they opened the store. But I wasn't the first person in the store, even though I was there like about 10 minutes after they opened. I wasn't the first person there. We got some vinyl junkies in Omaha besides me. The other things that I got 4 other albums, and then I will show 2 records I played yesterday. This is the other new reissue that I got. I've always been confused. I thought I had this with another cover. I didn't. Slapp Happy is sort of. It's been reissued recently, beautifully remastered from the original Abbey Road tapes. You know how they're doing that now? The hype sticker, which Sort of. I just got a couple of likes from Dagmar Krause from the band. I like that I'm, have this interaction with these legendary to me artists. And this is with the band Faust. Peter Blegvad and Anthony Moore were in the band. This album, it's interesting because it's got real elements of kind of a pastiche of the original Polydor label. There's folky, Tin Pan Alley, and then there's this drony experimental aspect to it, all at the same time. This is really quite unique and wonderful. Sort of by Slapp Happy. I kept getting that album mixed up with their album Aknobazik Noon, Casablanca Moon backwards. Real happy to get that. This they had a reissue. I think this is a reissue. I don't think this is an original. It's certainly in really good shape, and I've only ever had this on CD. For a time, I was really into Sonic Youth. I've seen him live 3 times. Hung out with Steve Shelley, the drummer. After one time I saw them, I have a picture of us. We got deep into talking about rhythms. Really friendly guy. But Daydream Nation, I do, really like this album. And Kim Gordon, I think, is so important to this band's sound. I was noticing her bass playing on this. It's like, wow, this is badass. Daydream Nation. Iconic album. I've had it forever on CD. So when I saw it, and it was like, oh, shit. It's in great shape. I got 2 jazz albums. This one is from that new series that's been going around, what year? 2021. Yeah. They're doing the Tone Poets and whatever the hype sticker says. It was still on this. Grant Green, Idle Moments. Now, when I was a kid, I had an album by Grant Green called Grass is Greener. I don't have it anymore. I really liked that one. This one is so the way it starts. What I found myself thinking was, wow, my brother played like that, but better. Now, I know the other thing I thought to myself is, this sounds like where Blue Note, they did sessions, they recorded the sessions, and they released probably just about everything. Because they're making bank on these black people. These folks didn't make shit up these records. The artists, they didn't. Don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure I can say that the people, they never saw the money from these records, but the label's just pumping that shit out. This is, side 1 is so-so. I haven't made it to the second side, so I can only speak. The first side is just so-so. I'm glad to have it. This is another affair altogether, though, this jazz album. We just lost him recently. Rest in peace, Richard Davis. This is a reissue called Muses for Richard Davis. The original cover is actually better. It's kind of psychedelic. With Freddie Hubbard, Pepper Adams, Jimmy Nepper, Roland Hanna on piano. So when I listen, I do listen pretty deeply. And the reason why I don't listen to more jazz is because I'm listening for a lot of reasons, and I'm not always just interested in listening to people play and show what they can do and what they're thinking, which is what jazz is about. And so this was enjoyable, but that's what it was. It's listening to these people express through the music, that and nothing else. I like all kinds of stuff happening in music, so I was glad to get those. Sitting out from being played yesterday, Underground by the Electric Prunes. What a great album, except for a couple of, kitschy tunes like people would just do, like a marching band tune or a barbershop quintet, which is throwaway crap. But this is real psychedelia. This is the real deal. I love the guy's bratty sounding voice. And it still has that edge that I heard when I was a kid. Too Much to Dream. It's like, just really cool. Here was a pull, almost thinking I might sell it, but no. Ton Scherpenzeel, who was in the band Kayak. I think he was in Camel for a while too. keyboardist, Heart of the Universe. And this is a mixture of that cool keyboard-oriented kind of proggy sound that I like, and pop tunes with synths. And some of the words are to me real cringeworthy. People singing about lost love and stuff like that. It's like, I just don't care. I just don't give a shit. Shut up and play the music. That's where I'm at. That's what I'm going to share today, folks. I do wish that more of you were interested in my music, and I wish that I could get more of you to buy my CDs. I'm just going to be real upfront about it, okay? I could use your support, but more importantly, that music is good. Like I said, it was selfish. I do it for me, number one. But I share it with you because it's good. It is. And like someone said in the comments, I only deleted one comment. Someone said, more than ever, the world needs music like this, from Dereck. Thank you for that. Pick up a copy of Interlude or anything else, really. Last thing is, I had a session with Hank read this week, and Aaron came over to help us with some technical stuff. I'm excited. I don't have anything to share with you. It'll be a while, but I'm really happy that Hank likes my music, and now we're in the process of doing his project, which is I'm going to keep it under wraps. It may go public, it may not, but he's making a recording for a specific purpose, and I'm helping with that, and as a result, he is going to be playing on some of my tunes. We haven't recorded anything yet, but we're getting there. Okay, folks, have a good day. Let me know how you're doing.